Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, and even good night, depending on where you are joining from. Um, okay, so we have 7 people here now. If you can hear me, just let me know. So just type I can hear you, so I will know that we will not have to waste much time like we did the other time. If you can hear me, just type I can hear you, so we'll not waste much time like we did the other time. Okay, so I guess I'll proceed with this four. This is 401. So in the next, okay, this is already 402, so let's just proceed. Not waiting for anybody. So we'll take it up from here straight up. So yeah, I'm in Egben, and of course I've hosted you guys before. That was just on Monday. So I'll be walking you guys through the use of LinkedIn to build your tech career as you begin your courses. So one of the major reasons why we have not allowed all of you to start your program is because you need to understand how to use LinkedIn while also learning. So you don't just go and be doing excessive practicals on your skills, and at the end of the day you can't maximize your skills, or you just learn theoretically and still can't maximize anything. So you need to balance the equation. So while honing your skills, you need to also hone your job hunting skills and your career positioning skills, so which is what this session is about. So I'll walk you through how I have successfully piloted my own career using LinkedIn, and just use it as a blueprint for yours, and also industry best practices. So for the next couple of minutes or 1 hour max, I'll be doing that. Um, so just give me a minute while I share my screen. Okay, perfect. So if you can see my screen, just type screen, then I would proceed to navigating straight to LinkedIn. Can you guys see my screen? If you can see my screen, just type screen. Okay, perfect, perfect. So this is LinkedIn. Most of us know it as a social media platform. Actually, it's not a social media platform, it's a professional network platform. Most of us are already using it, and we write content a lot on it. But the truth is, on LinkedIn, it's not just about writing content, it's not just about posting every day. It's about strategically using it as a tool for positioning yourself for a career. So I am going to show you guys a few stuff now. So let me open my Gmail while I also come back to my LinkedIn. So yeah, many of you register for various programs. Some of you for web design, some of you for products or program management, some of you for digital marketing, some of you for UI UX. But whatever career you are, right, whatever niche, whatever track you chose, you need to know how to use your LinkedIn well enough for it. Because the truth is, in as much as there is more than enough job and there is less tech experts to fill in the role, there is also a huge competition between the available tech experts to fill that role, because there are 3 levels of job. We have we have entry level, we have intermediate, we have professional. Now, most times when you just finish learning your skills, most of the jobs you will get are entry level jobs, right? But if you don't want to stay too long at entry level and pilot straight into intermediate level and earn good pay, you need to know how to use your LinkedIn very well. Very when I mean very, I mean very well. So I will just walk you through my own profile and I will show you a few things I did. So I'll go to my personal profile. So if you notice, the first thing when you load my LinkedIn is quite very, very attractive. In fact, not quite, my LinkedIn is very attractive. So if you are someone else viewing my LinkedIn from with if you are viewing my LinkedIn as a guest, this alone calls attention, right? Then you see my track, you see okay, X Veloop, which means I worked with Veloop before, so I'm an ex Veloop. I am building an African next gen edtech brand. I'm an XCO intermediate person. I'm a content marketer, a growth marketing person, and a salesperson. Of course, my faith there to Jesus lover and author, right? So what do I talk about? I talk about sales, lead generation, paid advertising, content marketing, and conversational AI. If you are a project manager, what do you talk about? You talk about project management, you talk about productivity, you talk about teams, you talk about startups, you talk about revenue operations and all of those stuff. That is what you talk about. If you are into digital marketing fully only, you talk about lead generation, you talk about paid advertising, content marketing, you talk about email marketing, you talk about everything marketing. So always involve everything you talk about here. The reason why mine is diversified is because I cut across a lot of industry. I have grown over the years and I span across a lot of industry, right? So that is why I happen to be in the conversational AI space, and I'm also in the marketing space and also in the sales space. So you need to let people know what you talk about basically. Then you have to come down here and fill this part, this featured part. So this is the most important part for you now as you are learning. So while learning your various programs, right? So while you begin your web development or you begin your UI UX course, once you make a post, a very important post, the ones that have very high engagement. So let me go to post now. Let me go to all activities. Now, if this post, let me say, okay, let me look for a post that has high engagement rate now. Okay, now this one has high engagement rates or a little medium engagement rates. I think there's another one. Okay, yes, this one has good engagement. This one was posted 6 days ago. I posted this 6 days ago. Now, well, if I want to feature this, all I need to do is click here and feature on top of my profile. So I just need to just click this and it automatically go and add it as a featured content. So I can go back to my profile and reload. Now you can see it comes here as a featured post. So while you are learning your activities, your first project that you built or your first task that you executed successfully, you can come to LinkedIn and make a post about it, right? So if you're into web development, let's say you built an e-commerce interface and you wanted to share it with people on LinkedIn, you come to LinkedIn, you write my 30 days track, my 30 days results so far in front-end web development. Write about the project you built, how why you built it, what the solution is meant to solve. Write everything you can write about the project, right? Come to LinkedIn, post it. Now, when you have engagement, you feature it, put it here. Why are you doing it? You want people that come to your profile to see that okay, this guy is an industry expert. He's good at what he does because he has featured posts. Now, apart from that, apart from your LinkedIn post, also you use platforms like Mediums and other blogs to post. Then when you post, you bring the links and add it to your featured post. So if we scroll down here, you will see that I'm coming. You will see that this is not a LinkedIn post. This is from Medium. difference between Google Ads and Facebook Ads. I posted it on Medium, but I came to attach it as my featured post on LinkedIn. You can see this one too, creating headlines for your copy. I released an ebook, then I made a post on Medium. I came here, I added it as a featured post on LinkedIn. When I went to teach this company on how to craft real estate lead generation, I posted about it on Medium. I snapped a session of the class. I wrote about it. I came on LinkedIn. I added it as a featured post. When I entered customer support automation conversational industry in 2022, I wrote a post on Medium, on LinkedIn article, and I attached it as a featured post. So it goes on and on and on. So not just LinkedIn post alone. You can write on Ireland. If the post makes sense, you can come and add it as a featured post here. So if you write on other platforms and you want to add it to your LinkedIn as a featured post, just come to your featured post, click on this icon, this add. Once you click on add, it will give you options. Do you want to add a post, a newsletter, an article, or a link? So if you wrote the post on Medium or Reddit or Quora or Naraland, just add a link. Then when you click on adding a link, you come in here, you paste, let's say you want to paste your link, then you save. Once you save, it will give you um additional platform to write about it. The reason why this is not giving you option to save is because I've used this link before. So to give you options to write about it. So that is how you add external link to your featured profile. Let me check if there are any questions yet. My screen is blurry. Okay, let me zoom in then. Yeah, okay, a minute. Let me fix that. I was sharing my entire screen before, but let me stop sharing that now and present just only one screen. So let me know if you can see the screen much more clearly now. If you can see the screen much more clearly, please indicate so I would know. So I've zoomed in. I want to know if you guys can see it clearly. Can you guys hear me or can you guys see it clearly? Please just type on the comment section better or just type better on the comment section. Let me know if it has improved. Is it better now? You're only seeing 500. How? It's on 100% now. So I guess it should be way better now. Let me know if it is way better now. It's still not clear. This is 100%. This is the best fit screen size here. Okay, just hold on. Now, what you guys can do for me is follow the advice Anufa Lucy gave. Change the resolution or the quality of your YouTube settings. That would help you guys see it better, please. So I can proceed. Please follow the advice Anufa Lucy and Africa Warrior gave you guys. Change your resolution or change the quality on your YouTube settings. You will see where is the, an icon there. You will see different. You will see about three different options for you. Choose the highest standard resolution. Okay, so I guess we all are on the same page now, and I can continue. So if I can continue, please just type continue. If I can continue, please type I can continue so I can just pick up and take off from where I stopped or start again probably. Okay, perfect. So I've gotten continue now. Okay. So I will start again. LinkedIn is a professional network where you get to build your career, whether tech, non-tech, just so long you want to earn a living, either through paid employment, contracts, freelancing, anything. LinkedIn is your number one tool. So, how to use LinkedIn effectively is what I want to talk about today. Now, on LinkedIn, a lot of people create different profiles. Now, if you go through your own profile, you would see the faults, you will pick out some faults as I am walking you through my own personal profile. Now, this is my personal profile. If you search me, the first thing you get on my personal profile is that my profile is attractive. So every HR, every recruiter, every person going through LinkedIn wants to see a catchy LinkedIn. Let's take for example now you're a UI UX designer, right? Then I come to view your LinkedIn. I only saw a profile picture there. I didn't see a cover photo. There is no way I can reach out to you because that shows you don't know what designs actually do to people. You don't understand the psychology behind designs. Because the reason why your cover photo should be attractive and straight to the point is for it to give a calling to is for it to attract whoever is viewing your profile and for it to also extensively give view to your profile picture. So see what my cover photo did here now. I used white and my brand color, right? Then my picture in the middle. Now don't forget the background of my picture is somehow golden, and then I have a rose gold MacBook laptop with me that I'm holding. That's my laptop. But this picture here and everything white here brings out my profile picture. Then the cover photo itself is attractive enough for someone to want to pick attention to my profile. Then if you go down, I have my full name. Now, some of you, I know this is crazy, but I would say it. Even while you were filling your form, you were using your nickname. I know I raised it up in the last stuff. I don't know even on your LinkedIn if you use nickname too. Please, on no account should you use nickname on your LinkedIn, except you want to probably put it as a bracket and just put it there as a nick. But your full name, your first name should be your first name, your last name should be your last name. This is my middle name. I put it there, not my nickname. Don't come here and be writing what famous Pablo, Abi Investor BJ. You're on your own, no better. So now moving on, you also need to write if you have worked wherever you've worked before, write it. But right now that you're pivoting into tech, I advise you don't write where you worked before as probably as a cashier or as an accountant. If you are an accountant or a top level professionals too, you can add where you've worked before. So, e.g., I happen to cut across a lot of industry: marketing, sales, conversational AI, tech, and any other relevant industry, right? Real estate too. So I am an ex Velo, which means I have worked for Velo before. I am building current Africa Next Gen EdTech platform. I am an intermediate SEO person. I'm a content marketer. I'm a growth marketing specialist, and I am a salesperson. Now, all of these give an overview of who I am and how skilled I am. But you cannot come and be writing all of this here if you cannot prove the experience, your work experience, or in what you've built before. So let's go down. So I was talking about here this part, things you talk about. So if you are into tech, or if you're into project management, or you're into UI UX design, let's say you're into UI UX, what you talk about is you talk about design, you talk about user interface, user experience, user journey. That is what we talk about basically. Everything that surrounds UI UX, but you pick the key points that summarizes them and put them as things you talk about. Not that you're doing UI UX, now say what are you talking about? You're not saying you talk about domestic violence, you talk about gender equality. Your personal belief, your personal mentality, whether you are a feminist, whether you are an anti-feminist, whether you are a spiritual person, whether you are an atheist, all of those things should not come here. It's not to be here. Now, if you are a Christian, if you are a Muslim, if you want to indicate it, put it here, right? What you talk about are the things you are into professionally. Sales, I am into sales professionally. I am into lead generation professionally. I'm into paid advertising professionally, content marketing, and conversational AI. I didn't add web development because, of course, I have an agency for that, so I don't need to put it here in my personal profile, right? So then I go down, right? When you hit 150 followers, you can switch on your creator mode, and I advise you switch it on so that you can have more reach. If you have more than 150 followers on LinkedIn, switch on your creator mode. Then you come down to this featured category. So before I explain this featured category, let me know if you guys have a question here before I continue. So I have 2 minutes to ask you guys. Do you have a question in that last segment? Okay, so I take it that nobody has a question because no question popped up. So I will continue. So on the featured segment, this part is very vital to your career, very vital to even you as a person. So what do I mean? Now let me just show you some few things, right? So let me go to my inbox, right? Now you would see that I get a lot of messages, not me initiating messages. This is people messaging me and they are white, right? You can see they are the one messaging me. I hardly message people, right? So they are the one always reaching out to me. And why? It's because when they come to my profile, they see something they want. You can see this too. It's an initiated conversation by them. So when they come to my profile, right, they can see that okay, this guy is a pro in this industry. This guy is a pro in this industry. I hardly initiate conversation on LinkedIn. It is them always reaching out to me to initiate conversations, either to work on a project with them, work on a job with them, consult for them, whatever, right? That is why your featured category is very important. So what do I have in my featured category? Everything I have written on across different industry, I have it on my featured category. From my very first book that I published in 2021, I have it on my featured category. This shows I am an industry expert. For me to have written a book on lead generation, I'm an industry expert in lead generation. I wrote the difference between Google Ads and Facebook Ads in 2022, I guess, or 2021. I added it. I wrote it on Medium, but I came to attach it as a featured article on my LinkedIn profile. When I went to train a real estate company, right, the pictures and everything, the everything I wrote about it on Medium, I came here to write about it, and I came here to add it as a featured post on LinkedIn. So everything I was doing, I was the major ones, I picked them out. I come to attach them as featured post on LinkedIn. I have also removed a lot, right? Part time I removed them, part time I removed them, part time I removed. So these are the recent ones I added this year from Okay, from this part, yeah, I added these ones this year, right? Even these ones were just in space of 2 3 weeks. I added these ones. So per time I check and I change the featured post depending on whatever I am doing per time. So if I am focusing on sales, I will go and write articles on sales on different platforms, Mediums, Reddit, Quora. I'll come and attach it here. What does it mean? It means I am an industry expert. I'm sharing my knowledge across different platforms. And I'm also attaching it to my LinkedIn profile for those who want to read about what I know. That is what the featured profile helps you do. Now, it's not a must. You have to go and write on Medium, Nairaland, Reddit, Quora before you can come and attach it to this place, right? You can just write a simple post, right? So let's say um this post, which was about our first live session on Monday for your sets, right? So if I want to add it as a featured post now, all I need to do is just to come here, click on this icon up here, and I'll just add it as a featured post on my profile, and it becomes a featured. So you can see your item has been featured on your profile. So I can go to see featured, just refresh, and it will pop up. I hope you guys are taking note of these things. So now you can see it came up here as a featured post. So when someone comes in here and probably wants to employ me as a growth marketer for his or her startup, now when you come to this place and you see I got my first 500 users in less than 26 days without $0 with a $0 marketing. I landed a major partnership deal with Phoenix Space, which I'm bringing into DMZ Camp, which might be taking effective from the next batch, right? Then I'm sharing the progress of DMZ Camp and the team, right? This shows that okay, this guy is a good growth marketer. Remember, marketing. So I'm sharing everything here, and I'm adding this as my featured post. Now, this part is normally your post, so you don't have anything here. Your activity is generally what you have been doing. That is what shows there. So after your featured post, you come down to about. Please don't go and write one line about and write I am Adelade, one boy like this. I am into web design. I design website for a living. Thank you. That is not about. Please be brief, be concise, and be detailed enough in your about section. Now let's read my about. It is very engaging and it is very enlightening. I said, welcome to my world. So you want to know me, right? Of course, that is why you are checking my profile. You want to know me. So I'm Inegben Stanley, a Jesus addict first before an ethic builder, a digital marketing expert, a salesperson, intermediate SEO, and a startup market research consultant. I founded Africa fastest growing next gen edtech, dmzcam.com, scaled with $0 on marketing to the first 600 users within 29 days. DMZcam is changing the narrative of Africa's education. I led sales for Veloop.io here in Nigeria in the West African region for a year. Veloop is a customer. Then I gave a brief of what Veloop does. Then I moved on to tell them where I studied, moved on to see what I'm doing now, what I've done before. Well, I am also a co-founder of one of the field startups in Nigeria, Mehos Investments. What else? Oh, my skills. I told them how I get my skills. I also made them understand that I revamped here Monday, 1st of May 2023. You can see I did this again on Monday. Now, did I mention I authored the ebook, blah, blah, blah? You can see that my about is very engaging. It tells you about basically my work in my life, like what I've been doing for the past 1 year, for the past 2 years, for the past 3 years, my progress, my failure. I share it here. So you reading all of this, you are intrigued. You know that, oh, this guy is up and doing. We can employ him to work in our growth marketing departments. He can do the job. Because seeing everything I have done here, it tells a lot, right? Then you can now add your skills, your various top skills. What are your top skills? So the skill you are learning that you want to use to get jobs, or you want to use it to work for yourself or as a consultant on freelancing, you add it to it. So I know most of you are shocked that I didn't focus on web development, blah blah blah, everywhere on my profile. No, I have an agency that does that, so I don't need to put that here. Here on LinkedIn, I am mostly known as a marketing and sales expert. So that is why I center my thing around marketing and sales. So my top skills here: sales and marketing, software as a service, SaaS, content marketing, search engine optimization, and growth marketing. You can say I'm not confusing people. I'm not telling them that my top skills, I'm a WhatsApp manager, Facebook paid manager, Instagram paid manager, I'm an online vendor. All those nonsense. You can see they are not here. Everything here summarizes what I am into professionally. that I let people know I am into on LinkedIn. And even my about carries my email. So if you want to send me a personal email, probably you want to discuss something with me, a business idea, you want to work on a project with me, you can send a DM. And because I am using LinkedIn Premium, you might not be allowed to send me a DM if you are not my connection. So you can do what? You can send me a mail. So either ways, you can reach out to me. Some of you have LinkedIn, but there's no way a recruiter can get across to you unless your recruiter adds you up or use an email. Email is using Sales Navigator to send you a mail. That is the only way recruiter can get to you, and that is very dumb because you need your DM to always be open to recruiters. Now you go to your experience. I know some of you have worked in places before. Add your experience, but be detailed about it. Now, not to oppress anybody or to now, right? So you can see I have a little work experience, right? I was sales and business development lead for Penny Technologies in Nigeria when they launched out in April 2021. I was team lead and founder for Final Project. I was a co-founder of Mehos Digital. I was co-founder for Mehos Investment. I worked as enterprise sales executive for Velu.io for 1 year and 2 months. I worked as head of growth marketing for SolarCat. I worked as head of growth marketing for Print Every. I'm a member of Hipsil. I'm a member of Rev Genius. Then right now I am leading DMZ Camp, right? So you can see that all of my detailed work experience are here. Now, all of this is calling enough. And if I want to rearrange them in different orders, I can rearrange them. Which one I want people to see first, which one I want people to see first. So if I want people, before when I was still actively applying for jobs, this is the one I leave on my number one store because this company is one of the biggest company you can work in the world. And I happen to be the first West African person to work in this company. And I went ahead to also lead Africa before I left in February, right? So this was a big one for me here, right? So I added those stuffs on my experience because it's necessary. So after experience, what you want to do is you want to add your education. Now, some of you might be thinking the reason why I'm speaking this English and I'm speaking like this is because probably I'm an MSc holder. No, you can see that I'm just an ordinary national diploma holder, ND, accountancy and finance, Lagos State Polytechnic. My high school, Jajo Koru, you can see this is the best of education I had. So in case you are thinking that, oh, I did not do MSc, I did not do BSc, I cannot have this kind of profile, it's a lie. You can see that even my schools are not recognized, right? But I have done a lot of licensing and certification. I even added just only 7 here. And you can see that it goes far back as 2018. Google digital skills, content marketing, especially digital marketer, web analytics, digital marketing for CXOs, basic of SaaS, digital marketing strategy, license and certifications. 7, I added them here. Why? I just wanted them to know that yes, I am all over the place, but I am much more focused on marketing, especially digital marketing. That is why everything you see, all these licenses and certifications, they all center around digital marketing. So what I am still trying to tell you is that don't confuse people. Make sure that your profile is always clear and concise. Some of you, I have gone, in fact, while I was working in these companies as head of good marketing and also consulting for other companies, when they want to hire marketers to join their company, right, and they refer them to me to interview them, when I go to their LinkedIn, the certificate I used to meet there is always confusing. Only you have certification in digital marketing, in cosmetics, in fashion, in e-commerce. What exactly do you want to do for a living, bro? Professionally on this LinkedIn, you have to first establish yourself as an authority in one niche before you start adding any other thing. So if you are learning UI UX, make sure that everything you are adding to your LinkedIn is on UI UX. UI UX. Let them know that you eat, you breathe, you drink, you live UI UX. If you are doing project management, let them know that you are a project manager. You live project management. You breathe project management. You dwell in project management. If you are a web designer, let them know that you are a web designer. You live web design. You breathe web design. You eat web design. Like let them know that you are soaked into it, not that you have divided attention everywhere. Because one thing recruiters and HR will look out for is someone who is focused and someone who is distracted. One of the easy way to know that you are distracted is when you are doing too many things. And when you have not established yourself as an authority in one and you're still doing too many things, it shows you are a very distracted human being and you would likely not focus on your job when they employ you. That is why they will tell you, we'll get back to you, and they will never get back to you. Right? Now, after this, you can come and add your skills. what skills do you not have? Then you can come here and add all of your necessary skills, right? You can add them here. But as a starter, don't come and add as many skills like I did. The reason why I can add a lot of skills is, of course, judging from my work experience, you can see that I have used various skills different times. So let me show you my experience again. So here I am here as a developer and as a founder. Here I'm a member of Rev Genius, Revenue Sales Genius Group, community across the world. I'm a member of HipSeal, a community, a go-to-market community for B2B, right? Then I was head of growth marketing. So this one showed that, okay, this guy is a pro in marketing, is a pro in sales. You can see I headed sales here for 1 year and about 2 months, right? Now you can see I was co-founder and lead generator here, Mills Investment. I was co-founder here, Mills Digital. So this one shows that, okay, my experience, I've used it across different industries and with different top companies. So if I go and add on my profile, I do this, I do that. I have a backing, I have the work experience to back it up. But you are just starting out. Don't go and add many skills like I did here. Just add the skills you are focusing on here now. If you're into web design, let them know that you're into web, probably web, UI, UX, WordPress. Just everything about web design is what should be on your skills. Don't deviate. Focus. Focus simply means focusing on one thing until it is achieved, right? So that is what you should focus. That is what your focus should be. Then get people to give you recommendation. When you create your LinkedIn, if you have been active and you have been building and you have been consistent with your profile, after 1 month, reach out to me personally. I will give you recommendation. And believe me, if you have a recommendation from me, you have a top-notch recommendation. So reach out to people, let them give you recommendation. Let them give you recommendation. Let them give you recommendation. That's I'm telling you now. Now you can say I've also given recommendation. So give recommendation, also take recommendation. Now I have publications, right? So my conversational AI commerce, blah blah blah. I have publication across different places. I have a book. This is the link to the book for digital marketers who want to purchase, right? So my profile is well optimized and it shows that I am a pro, right? Now, as a beginner, you might not have all of this my experiences and stuff to build. That is why you need to now focus on just one skills, maximum of two skills. Don't focus on more than two skills, please. Focus on maximum of two skills. If you can do it, focus on one skills. Then consistently be writing. What do I mean? So let's go to my post. Posts, still activities. Now, I only have one problem with LinkedIn. LinkedIn does not allow you to filter because I need to go to my 2021 post and it is going to be very long. It's a huge distance from here. You would see how I was teaching. So when you start posting on LinkedIn, don't come and be writing fake life story for people to be liking you here and be following you. I think that your life is good. Come and teach your knowledge. It is better to teach than to come here and be living fake life. At the end of the day, recruiters will think that you'll be charging them big money, whereas you are just a newbie in the industry and you're looking for a job. Don't live a life that will haunt you, please. Man, this is the only thing I don't like about LinkedIn. You can't filter out post ASAP. And I share my post a lot. So one post I can share to multiple platforms. Please be patient with me while I try to get to my 2021 or early 2022. Now let me copy this link. This is a post that will help people very well. Let me copy this link and let me paste it on. Please, the link I'm going to paste, you guys should probably save it and later go and read it and follow the man if possible. He shares a lot of knowledge. So I've posted it on the chat section while I still continue to search for. See, while I was even digging out stuff, I saw something that could help you guys too. Oh man, it's a long journey, and I really want to share these thoughts with you guys. Okay, this is 5 months ago. And you guys should not mind me. I post a lot and I also share people's posts too. You can also, yeah, this is another thing you can note down. Whenever I read a book, I always review the book so that people will know that I am also a knowledge consumer. So whenever I read a book, I always write a review of the book on LinkedIn. 7 months ago. Okay, we are gradually getting there. Man. So those of you that are into UI UX, you guys should note that this is a point you can even use to enter LinkedIn if you guys are going to write to them to work for them. This filter points could be a point of it could be a problem point. So I will show you guys how I do that and how I always use that to get jobs. This is 8 months ago. This is still early last year. I need 2021, please. Show more results. Now, if you also happen to speak at events too, please always post it, right? So this was when a VC, a venture fund, I think first founders, yeah, they help founders raise funds. This was when they hosted me to also speak on finding your market as an early stage founder. I wrote about it. So if you get platforms to speak to, write about them. Okay, while I'm scrolling this, if you guys have questions, please pop it up so I can. Okay, this guy Okwemi asks, if you are changing career and you have a LinkedIn profile before, do you open a new one or amend the old one to meet the new career? Don't open a new one, right? What you do is you optimize or you revamp your account. So please send a personal message to okay, what you would do is send a message to DMZ Cam on WhatsApp. She would direct you to me and we can pick up that conversation, please. I don't want you guys to make any error here. You guys can do all the errors you guys want to be doing in that WhatsApp group, but public errors, I don't want it at all. So send a message to DMZ Cam. He will redirect you to me and we would pick up conversation from there. So if you have questions too, please drop it so I can also be addressing it as I am scrolling down to get this set of posts out. 11 months. Okay, now I guess I am almost there now. Yeah. LinkedIn, this user experience is bad though. If I cannot filter my post out. Okay, so if you have no work experience, what you need to do is to start building your personal portfolios. So I will talk about that. So I noted that question now. I will talk about that once I can show you guys what I need to show you. Then I'll talk about that. There's always a way around it. You don't need to have work experience in different companies, right? So before I added all those ones, that was not what was on my profile before. I built my portfolios and I use my portfolios as my work experience. Now it takes, yeah. So I'm getting to the main deal now. Show more result, please. Now, good. So let me start from, okay, let me start from this side. Now you can see I was still at Google Developers Meetup in 2021. Is this 2021 or 20? Yeah, this is 2021. Google Developer Meetups. I was still there. All right, but that's not where I'm going to. I want to go to where I started. Yeah. So now you see that 1 year ago I was teaching. I was actively teaching people on LinkedIn. So whenever I go to train companies, this is me standing here. I'm training these companies on lead generation. That's the customer avatar in my hand. So I always make sure to get my pictures. I come back to LinkedIn and I teach. So whenever I've taught those guys, I will come here. I would teach for free. I'm not asking anybody to send me a note, right? So I will teach for free. I will share the different platforms. You can see the next following week I post again. I went again, snap a picture with the students, right? Write about it, come again, I post. So basically, I was just teaching. You can see that there was nothing like fake life. You will go to one place and be snapping and be writing one life that you did not have, or one writing and be looking like somebody that already have money. I know they say fake it till you make it, but please, if you want to fake it, don't fake any unreasonable things. You can fake expertise and grow on the job. You cannot fake a lifestyle and lose out on money, please. So come and teach what you know. If it's only HTML you have mastered while doing your web design, be teaching your HTML on LinkedIn. If it's only Figma 2 you mastered for your UI UX, be teaching it on LinkedIn. If it's only a part of, if it's only agile management, you know, be teaching it on LinkedIn. That's for project manager. For data marketers, if it's only content marketing you know how to do, be teaching it on LinkedIn. You can see everything I was teaching was around lead generation, nothing more. Just lead generation upon lead generation. And while I was doing all of this, right, I was also building a brand, right? So and I will also share people's stuff. Now you can see this was when I joined Veloop that I was talking about. So I posted about it that okay, you can see let me um okay. Okay, this was when I posted about me joining them, right? So I'm trying to look for where I talked about me being the first of their staff in Africa. Okay, this was about I think my birthday. Yeah, so you can see it was a foreigner who posted me, right? That was the global head of sales for that company. He posted about me here. So big, super excited about Inegbe Stanley joining us at Velu.io. Big Stan will be our. You can see the official. He officially announced it himself. Big Stan will be our first employee based out of Nigeria and help us expand further into Africa. Now, if you take note of this thing, help us expand further into Africa alongside Malaika Nedo. It is because they have seen me. I've been teaching on lead generation. I've been teaching on lead generation. I've been teaching on lead generation. So that's make them understand that this guy knows how to penetrate markets. This guy knows how to expand markets. This guy knows how to gather users. This guy knows how to gather customers. So that was why they picked me, and that was the only task they gave me. That was not what I even shot a shot to them on. So how did I get that job? Now let me make all of you laugh. So now let me make all of you laugh, right? Now let me go to my mail. So I would search out something now. Let me search untapped untapped markets. Yeah. Let me see untapped markets. Yes. So I hope you guys can see my screen very well. Now you will see that now note this company that announced me here, that was a year plus ago, that I am their first staff, right? When I when I sent them stuff, they didn't have vacancy. They didn't have vacancy. They have never actually dreamt of entering West Africa. The only African staff they had was this lady, and only strictly for South Africa. Now, what did I do? I did a research on their company. Now, if you are using LinkedIn and you have a system, please install these two extensions on your Chrome. This is called Lucia. This first one is called Lucia, and this second one is called Apollo. Please install these two software. So let me write their names down on the comment section so you guys can use them well. So let me come here, Lucia. So I'm typing it out for you. And Apollo, apollo.io. So please make sure you install these two softwares as Chrome extension for your Chrome browser. When you install them, what you use them to do is use them to get details. So let's say, for example, now let me open LinkedIn in another place. So let me go to linkedin.com and let me go to anybody's profile that I know. Okay, let me just go to this first person I saw. Let me go to his profile. Let me load it out. So Marcus Chan is one of the biggest salesperson in the world. He's an A+ salesperson when it comes to SaaS, software as a service sale. So I want to know more about him, right? So let me refresh. So I've refreshed him now. I'm waiting for my Apollo to pop up. Okay, network is quite slow. Good. So my Apollo has popped up. So I can view this person's details if I want. So it's verifying the address. Now, but this is the person number. Now, for security reason, for people want to call, let me remove it. So what this extensions help you do is that if you want to apply to a company, so let's say you want to apply to DMZ Cam now. Let me go to DMZ Cam, right? And you want to, let me say, I want to view as a member. So we have about 2 people, or how many people working here? Okay, let's say you want to go and you want to apply, you want to reach out to this guy to apply to DMZ Cam. So if he has any details on LinkedIn, this AI will help you pull it out. So you can see it does not have any details on LinkedIn, right? But most companies, that's big companies, all foreign companies always have their staff's details on LinkedIn, and Apollo has those details. So Apollo will help you pull it out. Then you can send them personal email instead of using vacancy links. If you apply to jobs using vacancy links, Baba, you will tell before you will see job. So see what I did here now. I used that Apollo. I got their email, right? And I came to their email and I sent them an email. The heading of my email is catchy. That is why even if you are learning project management, you are learning UI UX, there is a course on the platform. I think branding for SMEs or whatever. Go and take that course, and also make sure you take one marketing course. It's very important because you need to know how to craft copies. So you can see the heading of my email is an untapped market. Of course, I'm a well experienced marketer, so this is an easy thing for me to do. So I said, hello, I'm Inegben Stanley. I recently checked out your company and your company out, and it's an amazing solution to lots of online vendors in Africa, especially Nigeria, South Africa, and Ghana. With half of SMEs digitalizing their shops and agencies migrating to their business to WhatsApp, your market is huge here. I would love to be informed about openings for the position of sales and business developer position once you guys think to tap into this space and utilize this space. I can guarantee your onboarding of clients. How can I guarantee onboarding of clients? Is through leads generation. What have I been teaching on LinkedIn? I've been teaching leads generation. I've been teaching leads generation. I've been teaching leads generation. Which means any role I apply for, if you get to my LinkedIn, you meet me there, I'm teaching it there, which means I know about it. And you can also organize free sessions. Let's say if you are taking UI UX classes, you can organize free physical session, get some youths together and snap picture you are teaching them on some elements in UI UX, all of those things, all of those community stuff. It helps you build strong reputation. So I'm sure when they came to and check my profile and they saw all of this stuff, they were intrigued. So I said I can help them guarantee onboarding of clients. And I said I look forward to hearing from you, and I hope you are ready to. Yeah, I hope you'll be ready to accommodate the growth. Thanks. I put my details there. Note, I put my WhatsApp number, I put my LinkedIn URL, and I put my name. Because now this is where you have to grow a good name too on Google. If you copy my first name and you paste it on Google, everything that pops out is about me. There are politicians that bear this name, but I've pushed all of them to second or third page. Of course, I'm an SEO person, so I know how to do all of this. So I've pushed them away from first page. You will see I have the published books, I have different images, like you will see a lot of things attaching to me, right? So it is very easy to locate me. So, but I put my full name, I put my WhatsApp number, and I put my LinkedIn. Why? In case they search me and they did not find me, they will reach me on WhatsApp. In case they search me on WhatsApp and they did not find me, they will reach me on LinkedIn. And they can also reply my email. So they have 4 points of communicating with me. 4 points of communicating with me. 4 points of communicating with me. Most of you, let me not talk. No, I'm a very soft person. Let me not be violent. So you can see I sent this on October 8th, 2021, 3:51 a.m. Now let's go and check the last post I made on lead generation. LinkedIn did not show the exact details, just showed 1 year ago. Now I sent this just a week after I made that post. Now you see, I sent it 3:51 a.m. midnight. They replied me 5:54 a.m. just 1 hour and some minutes plus. And they replied me, or let us approximately 2 hours. They replied me, "Hey Negben, thanks for reaching out to join us. I am Pujit and I list is available." He dropped his contact details and we connected. And that was how discussion started. From there onward, I'm coming. Let me show you. Um sorry, this is back to Untapped. Sorry. And from there, after the first conversation, that was how it began. They gave me an assignment, I did it, and we proceeded to interviews and stuff. You can say I did an assignment, I submitted the assignment, right? And we proceeded to interviews and stuff. And boom, I became their first staff from. Why is my stuff not clicking? What's happening? Okay, that was network issue. And I proceeded to becoming their first staff from West Africa. So you see, the reason why most of you we enter tech, learn a skill and be jobless is because you people want to go and be using vacancy link to apply. That's the number one problem techies face, and that is the advantage you get when you are taking program with us. Now, normally this session, I consult for people, I consult with HRO and their students for nothing less than $500 to consult for 1 week and do this. Now, people are getting it as free knowledge here because you guys are on my platform. Now, that is one way. So let me go back to the question somebody asked earlier. So he said, what if we have no experience at all? How would we write the about and work experience? So perfect. So let's come back to my work experience. Now, you guys did not pay attention to my work experience. Now, my first work experience, we see creator and content manager, Discuss 247. This was my blog. It was my personal project. Now, this was the only, now in my first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this is the only place I was employed. These other ones from here downwards, I founded everything. I built it myself. Luckily for me, I built them and they skilled, yes, and they gave me a name. So you can build your portfolio yourself, build your brand yourself, give yourself a name. So brand it well, make sure the branding is top notch. Not that you go and build nonsense. So let me do a case study for you now. So let me go to, I can see that you can see all this photo that came and see how well organized they are. Maintain the brand color. Some of you that are even doing online vendor and whatever you guys are doing, whatever I will call it, you people don't have brand at all. You people just post different color every time. Now this is a brand. Me and my friends, four of my friends, we came together and we built the brand, and all of us used it as portfolio for ourselves. So you can see here is a top brand. You can see different. I launched the book on the brand. You can see we were consistent. This was the team. We are consistent. We created videos. We are teaching. Now, note again, what are we doing here again? We are teaching. Most of you just want to learn a skill and go and get a job. It does not happen like that. You learn a skill, you teach the skill back to prove your expertise, to prove you are good. Now you can see we are teaching, we are teaching, we are teaching, we are teaching. We even did carousels and we maintained a consistent brand color. We were teaching, we were teaching, we were teaching. There was no place where we were advertising anything. We were always teaching. Even this was a brand though that we built. We were always teaching, always teaching, always teaching. We even built a site for it. Then before we shut it down, we were always teaching, always teaching. And when people come in here and they want to deal with us because they've seen that we are teaching, they recognize us as industry experts. So that was the brand I used here as my experience. Same thing, this one too, same thing. We built it on Facebook too. That was what I used there. So you don't need to be employed by a company. You can build your own portfolio. Just make sure that the portfolio you are building meets world class standard. So if you need to partner, that is why I said in this cohort, the top 10 will be selected out and we'll create a community for you people in case we want to work together on projects to use as portfolios. So let's say those who are going to take branding and design course, your mentor is one of the Africa leading brand strategists. Is still the one that even branded and even designed the pitch deck that won $40,000 for precision farming last week. He has branded over 15 successful startups in Africa. So you have a pro as your mentor. Now, after learning from him, you can decide to partner with somebody who learns UI UX and somebody who learns web design, and you guys can come together with somebody who also learns digital marketing and create a brand. Just create a mock-up brand and be consistent with it for 3 months, and all of you can go and use it as your portfolio. All of you can go and use it as your portfolio. So that is one way you guys can solve that, right? So I hope that answered your question. So there's another question here on branding, sir. You will be branding our name or company name. No, you brand on branding. There are two type of branding you have to do. On LinkedIn is personal branding. Now, if you want to build brands that you will add as your work experience, that's corporate branding. That's your company. But on LinkedIn is personal branding. That is what you have to first optimize. Personal branding on LinkedIn. That's what you do on LinkedIn. So when you get to LinkedIn, you make sure your profile is well optimized. A good cover photo, a good profile picture, your full name, what you are into, what you talk about. You come here, you add featured posts. Make sure you write a good about. So even if you don't have work experience, write about who you are, what you are learning, what you want to do, who kind of the kind of company you are looking to work with. So before that was what I had here. Who I am, what I have as a skill now, what I am learning, and the kind of companies I want to work with. But I've grown past that stage, so those are not what is here again. I have results, so it's my result that is here. So you put all of those things in your about, optimize your experience, put your education, take licensing and certificate. Even if it's free courses you want to be taking up and down, take them. You have a community in DMZ camp. You can always come back to this community, grow with them, add your certifications here. So all of this is what helps you stand out as a professional, not just having an awkward CV. So let me show you one of my LinkedIn account now. Just a minute. Now, I also own this LinkedIn account, but it was for a brand I was building then. So let's take, for example, that this is a personal profile, right? You can see I did the same thing here, cover photo, but image photo was a logo. Now you can see I did the same thing, talks about blah, 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 right? Now you can see that I rarely post. So I have just 144 followers. Now my about, you can see my about is very short because it's about the brand. Experience finish. Now, if this was my personal profile, right? This profile will hardly get me a job. So can you compare this profile to, let me come back to my other profile now. You can see the difference when you visit this profile and when you visit this profile. This profile is rich. This profile here is poor. So just as we have rich and poor people, we have rich and poor profiles. Make sure your profile is rich enough to accommodate whatever you are seeking, please. So that is our first session on LinkedIn optimization. We'll continue from here, and I will continue teaching you other things, how to structure, how to use yourself, how to reach out to, how to position yourself for HROs and stuff. That is what we'll continue our next session. So please don't miss the next session and this session. If you gain enough value, do well to share with others. And I wish all of you the very best as we continue this journey of learning. So by tomorrow, most of your courses will be released. Tomorrow, next tomorrow, and you guys will get to start. So I wish you all the very best. And if you have any questions, drop it down. Let me answer before I drop off. This is 5:06 p.m. already over here. If you have questions, kindly drop it. Let me answer the questions. Of course, creating a LinkedIn profile does not take time. It is optimizing and building the profile that takes time. So honor, creating a LinkedIn profile, you can do that in few minutes, but optimizing and scaling it is what takes time. So to build a link, that's why as you are learning, that is why I have to do this section before you guys start learning your course. So take for example, today you learn how to. So if you are doing web development, right? Let's say today you guys started with HTML, right? You can come to LinkedIn and create a post and say, um, first interaction with programs as a front end web dev. So you can come to LinkedIn, create a post on it, write the heading, then start writing about it. Once you finish, you attach the image of your screen, add it to it. You can tag me, I can reshare your post. You can tag DMZ Cam, the admin will reshare your post, right? So we can help you get that visibility too. You can join groups too. So I will show you how to get LinkedIn groups on our next sessions, right? So you can create posts. So every day, whatever you learn, you come to LinkedIn, write a short post about it, screenshot from your screen, and add it and post it. You can tag people, you can tag mentors that are mentoring you, you can tag the creator of the course, you can tag industry expert that you want them to see you, right? You can tag companies that at the end of this program and when you finish learning, you are looking forward to becoming a Google developer, blah 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 and blah. So every day you keep on building. Note once you are doing this, what happens is that people start watching out for you. So let me give you a case study now. So let me go to my DM. I'm trying to bring out a particular message. Now you can see, hey Negbe, what's up? I saw your intro on Rev Genius. You have some great experience. We are both in the same profession. So I hope we can connect and help each other out. You can see what I've been doing part-time has been building up. So they reach out part-time and from there we keep on picking up conversations. Right? So it goes on and on and on and on and on like that, right? So hey Negbe, welcome to Rev Genius. Let me know if I can be a resource. Thanks, Ross. I will do. So whatever I do part time, it keeps on building up. It keeps on building up part time. People can reach out. You can also reach out to people. So depending, right? You can see this one now. Hi, fortunately landed to your LinkedIn page while looking for a channel partner. Are you interested in promoting green elements in global markets? So you see what made her reach out to me. She saw my profile and she saw that I can be a key tool for them in Africa. If I was looking for a job now to become one of probably a business developer, a salesperson, this is an automatic joining for them, right? And I can join them and start working with them. So you can see I able to turn her down. Hi Sima, I trust you are doing great. I am not interested in promoting any product. Thanks. But like you are welcome. They are an LMS. LMS is learning management system, just like DMZ Camp. But they built a software that other companies can build on it. And they want me to help them promote in African region. Right. So I am not available. So I'm the one able turning offers down. So it all depends on how you are growing, right? How you are growing. So that's you can see this one now. Hi Negben, I've noticed your presence here on LinkedIn. I'm so impressed by your work sounds. Like you you are up to all sort of cool things. I would love to connect and keep in touch. Sincerely, Nicholas George. You can see he's a CTO, which means he's a chief technical operator. So you can see they are the one reaching out to me. Why? Because I am teaching. I am sharing my experience daily. As whatever I'm doing is growing, I'm sharing it on LinkedIn, and they are reaching out to me. So that is what it helps you do. So by the time you finish and you are stable and you have your full skills on hand, once you post that you are looking for a job or you need a job, you will say the way they will rush you. They will just be rushing you. So that is what it helps you do. I would, yeah, of course, I will send the link to this live session to the WhatsApp general group. All of you can go back and pick out the links on this chat session or watch whatever you need to watch again. So Akimbode says, Sir, can you help us? Okay, yeah, that's the one I answered. So on the heading, there it states that edit profile and URL. So edit profile means, okay, so let me come back here to my profile here. Now, if you come here, add your first name, add whatever you are doing. The only thing that will make you add URL is if you have a website or you have a company you're working for. Now you can put students at DMZ Camp. You can put DMZ Camp website there, right? As a student, right? Learning whatever you're learning, put it there as a track. So they can always check out whatever platform. So if you have a personal website, if you're a blogger too, you can add your blog there, right? But it's safe if you know you need a job, don't add a personal website. If you like, don't add your own personal website and say you're full-time stuff here. If you're a student, you are learning on Coursera, Udemy, DMZ Camp, you can put it there. So I guess I answered that part. So what do we entail there? Okay, I've answered that. Thank you for all you do, sir. You are welcome. Talking about doing multiple jobs at a time is supposed to be multitasking abilities, but you tagged as not being focused. Yes, I tagged it as not being focused. Now because I have I have spent over 7 years in the professional industry, right? Okay, let me say 5 years professionally with international and local companies, right? Now, I have done a lot of things, which means there are times where I was combining a lot of things together. It is not it does not help you focus. Now, until you become a master of one particular skill, don't ever try to spread across other skill. What do I mean? I am a generalist by nature, which means I don't focus on one thing. I do a lot of things. But before I did a lot of things, I spent 3 to 4 years mastering marketing alone. So you can hardly find a digital marketer in Africa that sits on the same table with me. I can use almost every outreach tool that exists in the world. I can extract a lot of data from any platform in the world. There are a lot of things I can do as a marketer. I can grow organically, I can grow with paid. And it took me 3 to 4 years to learn, which means I can take the company from skill zero to skill 10. It took me 3 to 4 years to learn. Now you cannot come and start learning digital marketer and now go and add web design at the same time, add brand design at the same time. Bro, I am an expert, so I can tell you it is not possible. Ask your if you have a mentor, you can ask your mentors too. If you have your personal mentor, you can ask your personal mentor. Now here I'm not relating here now as a boss. I'm relating here as someone who has passed through your journey. I know what it means to stay without a job, right? So I am relating with you on that experience. Now, if companies consult me and okay, let me see if I can get out this message. Let me go to my messaging. I just pray I'm able to remember her name, Laura. It's perfect. Now, you people will see what I'm talking about here now. Now, this person reached out to me. Hi, Negwen. I hope you are well. I'm reaching out because I'm working with an institutional investor who is looking to learn more about conversational commerce by speaking with industry experts. Now, note, by speaking with industry experts, they are never looking for half baked. They are not looking for general. They are not looking for you that are doing everything. Once they see you are doing everything, they know you are never focused. They are only looking for experts, industry experts. Speaking with industry experts, based now, look at it, based on your experience, I thought you would be a great person to reach out to. So why did they check? They checked out my LinkedIn. That's even before I added all of those other four stuff to it. Then I was only focused on conversational AI industry. Now, then I said, based on your experience, I thought you'd be great to reach out to a person. Now, look at the offer. We are looking to set up a 1 hour compensated consulting call with our clients. In terms of the compensation, do you already have working experience working with expert networks or have done these types of calls there before? Happy to use your typical hourly rate. If so, our market rate for 1 hour is $350 to $450. Now, what this job did for me is anytime they give me a company to talk with, like I want to teach that company on conversational commerce, for every hour I charge $400 actually. So they gave me this their range, but for every 1 hour I collect $400. Now you can see the offer, you can read it yourself. Now, do you have this was when the discussion started. This was when I sent my pricing and we took it up from there. So anytime they connect me to any company who wants to learn about conversational commerce, I charge $400 for 1 hour. The reason why they are paying it is because I have a platform, I have a blog where I teach only conversational commerce. I teach only conversational commerce. That is the only thing I teach there on that blog. That's the only thing I teach. And that was where they first found me. Then they also saw I was working with a conversational AI company, and I happened to be the first from West Africa to be working in that industry with that company. So focusing on one skills help you build authority, not just the experience. It helps you build authority. But when you spread your hand into many things at the same time and you're a baby in all of them, you will remain a baby in all of them forever. There is no way you can ever scale in none of them. So you focus on one thing, let the world know you for that one thing. Then after you've mastered it, and at least a lot of people know you for it, you can now start adding a lot other things to your profile. Now, if you go back to my profile, then you meet a lot of things there. Why? Because both in Africa, Europe, anywhere, any part of the world, I am known for a lot of things. Some companies will tell you that we're not standing for growth marketing. Some companies will tell you we're not standing for paid ads. With some companies will tell you we're not standing for email marketing and outreach. Some will tell you we're not standing for sales. Some will tell you we're not standing for this. Some will tell you I'm standing as a web designer now. Everything they tell you, I do. It has taken me 7 years to build all of these skills. You are starting today and you want to, right? You are a digital marketer, product marketer, project manager, and stuff. One, I can tell you straight that this one is not an expert. It's an half-baked person that can never deliver. So take him out of the list. So whenever they table names for us to hire for a company, when the company is reaching out for me to consult or hire for them, once the list comes in, I don't check your CV. I have no business with your CV. Your CV is always a lie. That's what I believe. And I'm not the kind of person that judge you alone by your certificate. I'm not even a certificate fan because I, for one, do not even have it. So I'm not a certificate fan. Not that I don't have it, I didn't collect it actually. So I go to your LinkedIn. Before I check your profile, I'll go and check your posts. What have you been posting? What have you been doing? By the time I check your first 20 to 30 posts, it gives me an idea into your person. So if I see today you are talking about social media content, tomorrow you are talking about you are selling clothes, next tomorrow you are talking about you used to repair cars. Bro, X cancel. That's a red flag. This one will never focus. It's a law. You won't focus. It's a natural law. You are bound to be always be distracted. There's a law we call the law of the attraction of more. That attraction of more, you are fighting with it. You have not dealt with it. So HRs, hiring managers knows this. When they see it, immediately they strike your name off. That is when they will tell you will get back to you. They are never getting back to you. They have taken your name, they are going to view your LinkedIn profile, or they are going to check your social media. Now I know all of you will think it's only LinkedIn that matters. Your Facebook too matters. Please, your Facebook too matters. So let's go to my Facebook now. Let's go to facebook.com. Let's go to my personal. Okay, yes. Let's go to my personal Facebook. I want to show you guys things there. I hope my network can go. Like I can see same thing on my Facebook. my experiences, they are there. You cannot find any relevant, unnecessary post on my Facebook, even if they are shared posts, because I don't use Facebook like that. But they are valuable posts that you can learn a thing or two from. That is what I share. I reshare here on my Facebook. You cannot meet me doing slaying and doing nonsense. Now here you can see, even here that I was with people here, I was still teaching. This was even in 2022. I was teaching. I was able to teaching people how to fix their customer support department. So even on Facebook, I was teaching. I was teaching. That was the only thing I do. I teach. I share meaningful things back. So, but my major focus, I don't use other social media like that. I use LinkedIn. So that is why I said you have to focus. So when I said you should focus, it is because you have to first master one skill before you expand into other skills. Please don't shoot yourself on the leg. Okay, I will do that probably later tonight, because after this meeting, I have to still leave to do something else. That's for the LinkedIn and link you talked about, Abigail. Okay, Prince said, does one require expert graphics training or experience to have perfect UI UX output? Now, you don't require expert graphics training or experience to have a perfect UI UX output. What you need is design inspiration, creativity, and research skills. All of those, when you are designing, you will see your instructors in your videos teaching you all of those stuff, so you get that. I'm not a UI UX person. Do I know a thing or two about UI UX, and now I'm also into a little branding and stuff, but I'll let experts handle that for you while you're taking your course. So I guess today we've come to the end of our sessions, and I hope you guys got value for your time. Till we come your way again next week, please have a nice week ahead. And as your courses starts tomorrow and next tomorrow, depending on the track you are taking, have a nice time. Bye, everyone.